Well, the Indianapolis Colts have some bad news going into one of the biggest games of the season. That is going to be a game that's going to determine. It's going to be a pivot point for what could be the rest of the season against a really good team in the Los Angeles Chargers. We're going to cover all that and more, and how I think the Colts are still going to be able to pull this one out. Ahead on this video. What's going on? It's Elijah from Sports Talk Indy, where we cover all things Colts. And there's a lot of people who are new to this channel, and I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of this. This is a community that I started to be able to give in-depth Colts breakdown as often as it comes out, as often as I can, and really just provide some more coverage for our beloved team. And honestly, it's been exciting. It's been really good. This has been the season to tune in, because the Colts are doing something big, and it doesn't feel like it's just this season. It feels like it's something going forward, and that the Colts are going to be able to do something really, really cool for a long time. But we look ahead for this week against the Chargers, and honestly, the Colts made a lot of moves that I think were kind of surprising this week. We covered that in the last video, some guys that I think are going to have some rising stocks. And obviously, Anthony Richardson is not going to be a part of the Indianapolis Colts for the next 4 weeks. Be surprised if he still has a Colts uniform on in 12 months, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. For now, let's cover what does this mean for this game against the Chargers. And honestly, this game is going to come down to a coaching duel, because both teams look really, really, really beat up. Now, this is the injury report coming out Thursday. Obviously, there is one more practice that is going to determine for a lot of these guys, but this doesn't look good. Josh Downs out, or did not practice Wednesday and Thursday with a concussion. Ashton Dulin, who's typically the guy who fills in when one of the guys is out. Ashton Dulin did not practice Wednesday or Thursday with a chest injury. Tyler Goodson, again, did not practice due to that groin injury. He is just becoming a CVS receipt of issues. But then there's Kenny Moore. He's actually looking to be able to come back. He's been limited practice on Wednesday and Thursday. All signs point to him being good to go to some capacity this Sunday against the Chargers. And then Alec Pierce was full participant in both, not with the concussion, but with an ankle injury. A lot of times they just mark that designation if he's not running your typical stuff. Braden Smith did not practice on Wednesday due to rest. He's back. And then Grover Stewart did not practice with rest as well. And Charvarius Ward, Mooney Ward, the big story coming out of Sunday was this really, really bad injury. And honestly, you see he did not practice either day. I would be shocked to see him if he does play on Sunday. Not looking good. And unfortunately, it's really hard to not be frustrated by that, just due to the fact of it was a preventable injury. And it really feels as though it was just something that could have been avoided, but life goes on. So now we're looking at the Chargers injury report, and honestly, it looks just about as bad as the Colts. The Chargers injury report for this week: Keenan Allen, he rested on Wednesday. He's back on Thursday. But the big news, Joe Alt, he was limited in participation, so we don't know if he's going to be good to go. That's going to be a big news for the Colts. Colts lineman. You have Bradley Bozeman. He has an illness. He did not practice today. Darius Davis, he was limited in both. Troy Dye did not practice on either. Would be very shocked to see him back. Honestly, I'm just going to read the list of guys who have any sort of injury designation, and this is like shocking. This is a team that I think really, honestly, if they're healthy, they're the best team in that division. But this is Keenan Allen, Joe Alt, Bradley Bozeman, Darius Davis, Troy Dye, Diane Hanley, Derwin James. He was full participant today. Quentin Johnson, limited practice in both, not looking promising for him to be fully good to go on Sunday, which is not something I thought we would be talking about. I didn't think we'd be talking about Quentin Johnson being any sort of problem, but this season he's really gotten it going. He discovered that he has hands, and honestly, that's good for him, but not for Sunday. Khalil Mack, limited practice on both. Elijah Molden, thumb injury. Scott Matlock, fullback defensive lineman, he's a full participant with an ankle injury. Denzel Perryman with an ankle injury. Trey Pipkins and Jamari Slayer. Honestly, just a laundry list of guys who are looking injured. They have a lot of guys specifically on the offensive line that I think the Colts might be able to take advantage of. This defensive line has progressively started to really look better. Obviously, not getting pay dirt with the sacks as much, but they are looking good, looking better and better every single week. And so you really hope to see them finally be able to make those steps towards success in that regard. But the Colts defensive line looks really healthy. Now, I really think that this Josh Downs is going to be he's going to be the key player, I think, in what is going to change in this team. Obviously, with a concussion, there's no specification. And you comment below if I'm missing this. I don't remember on Sunday seeing him exit the game at any point with a concussion, or even have a hit that was worthy of a concussion. So I'm wondering if something happened Monday, Tuesday, or if something happened Wednesday on practice. It does say he did not practice, so I would assume that would be labeled as a limited participation if he was. But honestly, just really, really shocked to see Josh Downs on there. And again, Ashton Dulin as well. He's the guy that whenever there's an issue, it does seem as though that the Colts or when there's an issue, Ashton Dulin's the guy that fills in. I mean, obviously, saw the rush last week where Ashton Dulin is the guy that was sent in to be there. This is honestly a shock, again, to see Ashton Dulin out or did not practice with a chest injury. Tyler Goodson did not practice. I mean, this is just 4 or 3 wide receivers on this list that you really hope to see back. Obviously, Alec Pierce looked very good in his limited role on Sunday, but this might come down, honestly, to this could be Adonai Mitchell's bounce back game. This could be the game of which he is able to get right back on the West Coast, back and to see where he's at mentally. I think this is going to be a big turning point for the rest of his career, and I honestly hope to see him do better. But if Ashton Dulin's out and Josh Downs is out, it's all going to ride on Michael Pittman, and it's going to ride on Tyler Warren, and it's going to ride on Alec Pierce. And then, you just hope to see some sort of recovery from Adonai Mitchell in this mental game that he's played. He's now taken almost 2 games off that the Colts have seemingly benched him. This is a guy who had first-round prospect written all over him. He was supposed to be a first-round pick. He was coming out of Georgia, went to Texas, looked very good in his time with Texas, and honestly, it was the mental stuff that was really the concern. It was never the physical aspect, but it was can he get over the mental block. And we saw a lot of promising things from him on his rookie season, and then now going into season 2, you really, really hope to see him take the stride. Obviously made the colossal mistake against the Raiders. You hope to see it go better. You really, really do. And honestly, that could be something that going forward that we see better from Adonai Mitchell. It's going to come down to, if I were to pick one player that this is going to come down to, a lot of it is going to rely on Adonai Mitchell and Josh Downs if he's healthy. I think this is a good Chargers defense. This is a good coaching scheme by Coach Harbaugh, and I think it's going to come down to who, in the end, who is going to be the most creative and who is going to be able to stand longer, because I don't know that this is going to be an explosive play game. Could be, but I really, really expect to see this more nickel and diming, as is the case with both of these offenses. Let me know in the comments below what you think, where you think this is going to be, and where you feel, after reading the injury report coming out this week, where you feel like the Colts are going to be. We will catch you on the next one.